Welcome to another episode of Get Camping. Today we're at Janowen Hills 4x4 Park at Goombara. We're going to be doing a campsite review like normal, but also got a heap of four-wheel driving that we're going to be doing. So make sure you stay tuned. If you can, like and subscribe.
Cool.
Janowen Hills has two entries. The first entry is the main entry to the campground, and that's where you pay your money for your camp fees. They've also got a little kiosk there where you can get bread, milk, chips, or any sorts of knickknacks that you've forgotten while camping, pegs and all sorts of stuff. So it's really handy to have. The closest place to actually pick up any other sort of supplies is probably about 20-25 minutes away. It'd probably be Warwick would be the closest. Anyway, the second entry is behind me, and that will take you to the other campground at the other side of the park. It still sits along the creek line. Janowen Hills is situated approximately 2 hours west of Brisbane through the Cunninghams Gap, or about an hour's drive south of Toowoomba. The park sits on 1,000 acres with hilly terrain, rocky gullies and views from the highest points. There's well-maintained grassy campgrounds which have toilets and showers. Alright, first challenge of the morning. This track that's just behind camp, I'll just spin around. That's where our camp is. And here's the first challenge. Alrighty, apologies, no audio on a couple of the videos I shot this morning. Had the wrong microphone plugged into the camera. Anyway, this is me going up that track behind camp. Got up there fairly easily. Jody's up next. So Jody's just in a fairly stock Prado. He does have a 2-inch lift and some all-terrain tyres, but makes pretty short work of this. Gary's up next. Gary's driving a Holden Colorado 7. He's got highway terrain tyres and 18-inch rims. Anyway, as you can see here, Gary just picks just the wrong line, gets that right-hand wheel caught up, and we've got to get him back reset. Anyway, Gary has another crack. Chooses a slightly different line, maintains a bit better momentum, and makes pretty short work of it. The Quarry, so there's a number of tracks at the Quarry. There's about 3 runs up on the right hand side that go to the top of the Quarry. Very steep. Camera doesn't really show it justice, but man, this track was quite steep.
Alright, that was epic. I didn't actually think I'd get up there, but I did. Pajero's definitely impressed me a lot.
Alright, Jody's turn to tackle the Quarry. Let's see what this Prado can do. So as you can see by the dust there, the surface is really slippery. Oh, 2 wheels off the ground. And the rear's not quite up.
Probably back up about, if you're going for another metre.
So we'll just reverse him back, reset him, and we'll give it another go.
Otherwise you're back probably.
So there's Jody off, just that little bit of momentum, bounce that rear up, and he's got up, no problems at all.
Yeah, awesome.
trick when coming down steep terrain and it's either loose or wet is trying not to lock those front wheels. As soon as you lock those front wheels, you lose your steering and that's not good. So here I am coming down here, trying not to lock those brakes. You can see the rears have actually locked, but the fronts are still slowly turning. Good thing is with the Pajero, its first gear low range is actually really good. Right, so Jody's coming down now, Prado, and as you can see, he's probably a little bit heavier than what I am, so he's actually going to slide a bit more than what I was. His tyres are probably a little bit less grippy as well, so nice and easy down the bottom. Alright, this track here, quite steep on the decline and then pretty steep on the incline. Just dropping over that into the creek line. Oh, just scraped the bottom of the back end there. Jody's turn. So Jody doesn't have as much clearance as what I do in the Pajero. So we'll see how Jody goes through here. So easy. Oh, and he scraped that right hand rear pretty hard. Jody did take a slightly different line than what I did, a little bit further to the right. This is Jody's new toy. He's got the Ryobi 18 volt chainsaw. I was actually pretty impressed with this. Even though it's only 18 volt, we were cutting hardwood relatively easy. Definitely need the 5 amp hour batteries, and I'll probably do a product review on this. Great thing about Janowen is that you can go and collect your own firewood. As long as you don't cut down trees, you can go and collect as much as you want. Alrighty, so we're just going to head up to the Goombara Valley Lookout, the, what's the other one? Maryvale Lookout and the Eastern Range Lookout. So we're just going to take a drive up there and see what's up there, see what the view's like. Camping fees aren't too bad. Adults are $15 each. Children 5 to 15 years are $7 each. Children under 5 are free. If you have a powered site like us, it's an extra $7 per night. 4-drive access is a day rate of $25 per vehicle or a weekend rate of $30 per vehicle. So the majority of the tracks at Janowen Hills are fairly rocky. We're running around 18 to 20 PSI. We found this worked pretty good for the majority of the vehicles and didn't have any traction issues at all. So just a little bit of a rock climb when you get up to the top of the Goombara Valley Lookout. I'll just spin the camera around so you can have a look. Anyway, I've got the missus driving up.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's Janowen done. What do you think, sir?
Okay, well, I think top three things I enjoyed the most would probably be that you can collect your own firewood.
Yep.
I thought the four-wheel drive tracks were pretty cool.
They were pretty good, weren't they?
And the lookouts, because there's multiple, are really pretty. And the amenities were lovely and clean.
Yep. And what didn't you like?
I guess I've probably got three negatives, actually. That the showers were coin operated.
Yep.
The phone reception's a bit patchy. And that the map of the park with the four-wheel drive tracks is actually really hard to navigate.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. So next trip we're going on, we're heading to Running Creek, and hopefully we can get some four-wheel driving done in the Glasshouse Mountains. Anyway, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.